What's up, YouTube? This your boy, the Travel Trucker, man. We back with another video, man. Hey, on today's video, you guys are gonna go with me as I go through my daily life as a retired truck driver. We're gonna take my son to the store to get some football cleats. We're gonna catch a flight from Orlando, go to the other house, man. And then at the end of this video, man, we're gonna break down what just happened last night, man. Israel airstriked Iran's nuclear plants, and gas prices they're gonna fluctuate. They've already went up 17 cents in 24 hours. We don't know what's gonna do we don't know what's gonna happen with the loads. And if Iran closes the Strait of Hormuz, all hell's gonna break loose in the trucking industry. So y'all come with me throughout my day as I do my day-to-day journey, and we're gonna break down what happened last night with Israel and Iran. Good morning, YouTube. We're back with another video, man. Hey, before we start today's episode, man, if you're new to the channel, like this video, subscribe. Today's shoes of the day, man, we're doing the Rare Air, man. Don't panic on this on a toothbrush. The shoes never been worn. Chill out. And, yeah, man, we're finna go start our day, man. We're gonna get a haircut, and then we're gonna tell y'all what's been going on, where I've been at, man. So, yeah. All right, guys, like I said, man, we just left the house. We down here in South Florida for a day and a half, getting some stuff done, man. Gotta go by the lawyer's office, get stuff situated with my son. You know, just a little few odds and ends. But first, we gotta get cleaned up. Long weekend in Atlanta at the Rick Ross Car Show, man. I'm gonna probably put some footage at the end of this video today, show y'all what we had going on. You know, few cars, you know. My brother Brown Sugar, we didn't bring home the key, but we still had a good time, man. So y'all gonna see some behind the scenes footage that you won't see nowhere else on YouTube, man. So let's get this fresh cut from Classics. If you're ever in Palm Beach and you need a fresh cut, it's only one place to go. I drop his link. There you go. I'm gonna drop his link in the bio. Y'all tap in. So I'll see y'all after I get cleaned up. All right, guys, we got a fresh cut. Check out Dr. Joe on there, man. Shout out to Joe Taylor, man. Chiropractor, man. Best in the city, man. Just got a fresh cut. Classics.
Fanning now.
Make sure y'all tap in, man.
Make sure y'all traveling with the trucker. Make sure y'all barbering with the barber Classics. Make sure you getting adjusted. Boy, Joe, there's a lot going on. We're a community of strong black men. The example of which you'd want your kids to be like, the people that you want your children to be around. So tap in with us.
And you heard it right there, man. Let's get out this dough and go get us a smoothie. All right, YouTube, we just left the barbershop, been running around. It's hot outside. About to take my son over to Dick's, get him some football gear. Shout out to Pat McAfee. He going to the football camp Monday. I'm flying home to the other house tonight. I'll be back down here in about 2 weeks. So I got to get him situated. I'm going to fly to Orlando tonight. Mom's got a meeting up there tomorrow, so she's going to drop me off. And, yeah, so let's come right along with me for the day. What I'm going to do, we're going to drop a company review at the end of this video. So just slide with me, man. Y'all going to see how a semi-retired truck driver lives life, man. Like I say, all straight through, no skips, no fumbles, man. We still living life, bro. So come ride with me to Dixon. I'll check in with y'all in a bit. All right, YouTube. This man got 11.5 or 12 foot, bro. Y'all drop a comment below, man. Which ones y'all like, man? The black and white Deons, those? Or do y'all like the Jordan collection, man? They got them, man. They got them. Y'all let me know, man. We got football camp next week. Yes, sir. Man, boy, it's crazy. Boy, that big foot, man.
Put it on the floor. There's stuffing in there?
All right, guys, we made it to Orlando. We just dropped Mom's off at her meeting for tomorrow. We gotta catch us a last minute flight to the other house, man. So we got the Uber waiting outside. We finna shoot to the airport, man. You saw earlier, I dropped my son off at home, got his football stuff. We got them all situated. All in the days work of the travel trucker, man. So let's get in this Uber and catch this flight. And we made it. We got that TSA pre-check. You gotta make sure you got it on time. All right, let's get on this flight. I knew what this was gonna do. I knew as soon as I seen that first missile airstrike hit Iran, I knew this was gonna happen, man. Gas has spiked because Israel has started to attack the nuclear plants in Iran, and we knew this was gonna happen even if Iran's oil had nothing to do with us. So we over here, my great friends over at freightwaves.com. Make sure you guys go get them a subscribe, check them out. They dropped the article, man. Diesel and crude spike higher on Israel attack, though no Iranian oil facilities impacted. So let's get into it. All right, man. A widening of the war to include a closing of a key waterway is the nightmare scenario. Diesel prices back to end February levels. Here you go. Oil futures prices soared Friday on the back of Israel attack on Iran, but there was no indications any oil-related facilities had been impacted by the multi-pronged offensive by the Israeli military. Non-nuclear energy infrastructure has not been expressly threatened by any part thus far, S&P Global Commodity Insights said in a fact box summary of key energy-related developments stemming from the Israeli attack. Ultra-low sulfur diesel on the CME Commodity Exchange set at $2.35 a gallon and an increase of exactly 17 cents. Friday's ULSD settlement is the highest since February 27th. The one-day increase of 17 cents is the highest since January 10th. The last time an increase was this much was December 2022. The high ULSD levels follow increases in global crude markets, which at first tend to rise or fall more in percentage terms than products like gasoline and diesel in reaction to real potential disruptions in oil supply and demand. But that did not occur Friday, with the ULSD rising more than two key crude benchmarks in percentage terms. Brent, the global crude benchmark, rose $4.87 a barrel on a CME increase. What's at stake through any widening of the war to include Iranian capacity to produce crude was spelled out by SPGCI in its fact box. The SPGCI, which houses the legacy Platts business, said Iran produced more than 3.25 million barrels of crude oil in May. Of the countries in the OPEC group of oil exporters, only Saudi Arabia, Russia, and Iraq produced more than the U.S. and the world's largest crude producer with an output of about 13.24 million barrels per day. Waterway closure always a fear, but since the Iranian Revolution of 1979 and the takeover by its Islamic leaders, it is breached with most other Arab oil producers. The nightmare scenario of oil consumers has always been that Iran would take steps to close the Strait of Hormuz, which is the entrance to the Persian Gulf. Some portions of oil exports from Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, United Arab Emirates, Iraq, and Iran all pass through the Strait of Hormuz. But despite these fears, they have now been in place for more than 45 years. A closure has never happened. Several analysts Friday say it was not likely to happen this time either. The Strait of Hormuz is obviously a major concern, Paul Sankey of independent research firm Sankey Research said in an interview with CNBC, but he added that if Iran took steps to close the passage, all hell will break loose. I'm sure Donald Trump is going to be at the forefront of that unleashing of hell. But Sankey was not fully downplaying the impact of the Israeli attacks. He said the speed of the move we've seen is actually as fast as we saw during the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Recently, the oil market hasn't been categorized. No, I said that wrong, guys. Recently, the oil market hasn't been characterized by the reacting to geopolitical risks as much as you would think, he said. On this occasion, we're doing a Russia-Ukraine reaction, so you have to ask yourself, why is that? Sankey said if there's a loss of output from Iran, it would be difficult to turn the U.S. Strategic Petroleum Reserve to fill the gap. Reserves were drawn down by the Biden administration to compensate for the lost real and anticipated Russian oil following its invasion of Ukraine in 2022. The other option to fill any gap, Sankey said, is spare capacity in several Middle East countries. Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and UAE in Iraq. But the problem with that spare capacity is that much of it is behind the Strait of Hormuz. I think the market is pricing real fear about spare capacity, Sanger said. That's why the move has been so aggressive. We're going to go down to here. No immediate move in retail. Retail prices take time to react to moves big and small in future prices, though the wholesale prices will be expected to move on the same day to reflect higher future prices. Pilot Flying J makes his retail pump prices available through a downloadable spreadsheet. As of 2 p.m. Friday, there was no indication of a surge in retail diesel prices as a result of the Israeli attack. Any increases were small in an amount that would be considered part of normal day-to-day fluctuation. Let's click that Pilot Flying J spreadsheet. I never seen that. They actually show you in real time their spreadsheet. Okay, so you can go on the website on Pilot Flying J and get fuel prices at anywhere in the country where Pilot Flying J is at. That is insane, guys. So you can literally see in real time how the prices fluctuate. So you guys drop a comment below. Let me know what you guys think about the invasion of Israel on Iranian nuclear plants, and do you think it's going to affect your trucking day-to-day operations? Do you think loads are going to increase in per mile cost, or you think it's not going to affect trucking at all? Y'all drop a comment below. I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all on the next one.